look at these absolutely beautiful Shocklands. This set has me so hyped up. They released a ton of new cards today, and there's some really strong stuff. So first off, Emptiness is an incredibly versatile card. So it's 4 of any color and 2 hybrid white-black mana. It's a 3/5 creature elemental incarnation. When this creature enters, if white was spent to cast it, return target creature card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. And when this creature enters, if black was spent to cast it, put 3 negative counters on up to 1 target creature. And it has Invoke for 2 hybrid white-black mana. So for people who don't know, Invoke is a way to play the creature for this Evoke cost, but once it enters, it dies immediately. Basically making this card either being a 2-mana removal spell or a reanimate, which is super flexible. And we've seen that cards that pay 2 mana to reanimate a card with mana 3 or less has been really powerful in a lot of situations. But if you can't do that, if you don't have something in your graveyard, this works as a removal. And then, late game, if you pay 6 to play it, you can get both effects, giving you a ton of value. So I think there will be a cycle of these for every 2-color combination. And if they're as good as this one, I am so excited. Next up, it's another one of those flip legendary creatures, and I think this one is really strong. So Ashling Rekindled is 1 of any color and 1 red for a 1/3 legendary creature elemental sorcerer. Whenever this creature enters or transforms into Ashling Rekindled, you may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. And at the beginning of your first main phase, you may pay blue. If you do, transform Ashling. When this creature transforms into Ashling Rhymebound, and at the beginning of your first main phase at 2 mana of any 1 color, spend this mana only to cast spells with mana value 4 or greater. And at the beginning of your first main phase, you may pay 1 red. If you do, transform it. So first of all, a 2-mana 1/3 that loots on enter is pretty strong by itself. But when she gets really insane is if you're playing a lot of spells with 4 or greater. So you can flip her, she then ramps you, and then you can flip her back and get more card advantage. So it's not only good once you play it, but the longer the game goes on, this card gets so much value, and it will probably be a must remove threat, or else it will just go off with the game. So I'm really happy with this card. Another flip legendary, because I think they're honestly really pushed, is Eirdu, Carry of Dawn. It's 3 of any color and 2 white for a 5/5 legendary creature elemental god. Cool creature type. It's flying, lifelink. Creature spells you cast have Convoke. Your creatures can help cast those spells. Each creature you tap while casting a creature spell pays for 1 colorless or 1 mana of that creature's color. And at the beginning of your first main phase, you may pay 1 black mana. If you do, transform him. On the other side, his flying lifelink. Each other non-token creature you control has Persist. And at the beginning of your first main phase, you may pay 1 white. If you do, transform him. First of all, this is a 5 mana, 5/5 flying lifelink. That's pretty good stats. Let's say you're going against mono red. This is an absolute huge body with flying, so you can't go above it. That'll gain you so much life. Now, giving all your creature spells Convoke is kind of insane. If you want, you can immediately tap this guy for mana, but now it turns all your small creatures into mana producers. And then once you play a creature with the Convoke, you can tap that creature to play another creature. So this combined with card draw could go absolutely insane. And it could just mean a win off the top. If you don't need the Convoke, you can flip him and give your guys Persist. That means that if your opponent tries to board wipe you, your creatures survive. So not only is he a way to create an insane amount of mana, he's board protection. So I think that's actually pretty awesome. It being 5 mana kind of makes it that in Standard, it's a bit slow. But for older formats, like Commander, this guy could absolutely go off and be completely crazy. Especially if he's your commander and you can completely build around him. Definitely a bunch of infinites that giving your creatures persist would get you. So yeah, I think this card is absolutely awesome. I think this set has looked phenomenal so far, and I'm so excited. So that's everything I had to say about these awesome cards. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please subscribe if you want to see my top picks, and have a good one.